Okay, guys. So today we are going to start our favorite topic that is called subnetting. Clear, everyone? Okay. I hope you guys know something about the subnetting. Fine, but I hope you guys are also facing multiple challenges in the subnetting as well, right? So now don't worry. We are going to start the subnetting from the scratch level, and I hope when you complete the subnetting, you guys will think, oh, that is very easy. No problem. Cool. Now, subnetting. If I divide this word, what I'm getting, subnetting is made up of two words. First one is sub plus second one is network. Sub means what? Divide. Sub means what, guys? Divide. And network means, network. It means subnetting is the process by which we are just dividing a big network into a smaller one. Understand, everyone? Again, I am telling what is subnetting. Subnetting is the process by which we just divide the bigger network into a smaller one. Getting my point? That is called subnetting. Fine. Now we need to understand actually what is the use of subnetting. What are the problems we are facing? So to solve that problem, we need a subnetting. Clear, everyone? Is this clear? Now, for example, focus on the example. It's visible, everyone? Yes or no? Tell me, guys. Agree? Visible? Okay. For example,
Yes,
this is
visible.
one office. For example, that is my office, Noida office. And these are the different floors. For example, this is floor number 5, this is floor number 6, and this is floor number 7. At different floor, there will be a different client. For example, here client is Cisco. Here, for example, client is WebEx. And here, for example, client is Zoom. So there are 3 clients which is working on different floor. Now tell me one thing. Different client have different requirement. Yes or no? Agree? Everyone. Right now, in real time, different client have different requirement. Getting my point? For example, Cisco is telling, I want Instagram.com. Webex will tell, no, I don't want Instagram.com. I want, for example, Tutor.com. Now Zoom is telling, hey, I don't want Instagram. I don't want Tutor. I want Facebook.com. So now there are 3 different clients, and for every client the requirement is different. Yes or no? Agree, everyone? Yes or no? Agree? Now you know if you are working in any location or any site, there will be a data center. Yes or no? For example, that is our data center, and for example, that is floor number 23. That is the 23rd floor, and here is our data center. It means whatever the floor you have, every floor's traffic will pass through the data center. Yes or no? Everyone, tell me, guys. Yes? And in data center, there will be a DR, there will be a firewall, something. Yes or no? Tell me, guys. For example, there will be a firewall. Now, if this client is telling, I want Instagram.com, this client is telling, no, I don't want Instagram.com, I want Twitter, and this client is telling, I don't want Instagram, I don't want Twitter, I want Facebook.com. It means different clients need different URL, different website. Are you getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Right? So as a network administrator, how we manage the thing? Generally, in real time, what we are doing, we are just configuring the policy over the firewall. Getting my point, everyone? What we are doing, we are creating the policy over the firewall. Getting my point? Now, tell me one thing. For example, if in your company is telling 192.168.10.0/25. If your manager is telling, hey, this is my company network, 192.168.10.0/25, and please provide the network to this client, and this client. Getting my point? For example, if you provide same network to this client, and this client, it will create the mess. It will create the mess. Why? Why I am telling you this one? Because on firewall, what you are doing? You are creating the policy. Yes or no? Tell me, guys. Right now, on firewall, you are creating the policy. Why you are creating the policy? Because different client have different requirement. Getting my point? For example, for Cisco, you will create one policy, and in that policy, you will allow Instagram.com. For WebEx, you will create different policy, and there you will allow Twitter.com, but block Instagram.com. You will create one different policy for Zoom. Here you will allow Facebook.com, and you will block Instagram and Twitter. Getting my point, everyone? Now, there are 3 clients. So for all the 3 clients, there is a different policy. Yes or no, everyone? Now, if you assign the same network to Cisco, WebEx, and Zoom, it will create the mess. Or as a network administrator, how can you implement the policy here for different client? That is not possible. Getting my point, everyone? Do you guys understand? Tell me. Because different clients have different requirement. So you need 3 different policy. And generally, we are configuring the policy on the basis of subnet, on the basis of network. Getting my point, everyone? So here, if there are 3 different clients, it means you need how many subnet? How many network? 3 different network. Getting my point? For example, when you create policy number 1, you will implement this policy. You will create this policy for network number 1. You will create the policy number 2, and this policy number 2 will implement for network number 2. And you will create the policy number 3, and this policy number 3 will implement for network number 3. That is the benefit. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Tell me. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The first thing. Second thing, try to understand one more thing. Cisco is using on the floor number 5. For example, Cisco is telling, here I have 60 user. Here I have 30 user. Here I have, for example, 20 users. Fine. That is the basic thing. That is possible. Yes or no? Now your manager is telling, in my company, what is the network? 192.168.10.0/25. Now I hope you guys understand. If there are 3 different clients, definitely you need how many network? 3 different network. Yes or no? Right? But from your manager, how many network you get? Your manager give you only 1 network. Yes or no? Right? Nah? That is the big network your manager give you. Now, this is your responsibility to divide this big network into how many parts? 3 parts. Yes or no? Everyone, tell me. Right? Tell me, guys. Yes, nah? That is your responsibility to divide this big network into 3 different parts, because in your company there are 3 different clients. So how you divide this big network into 3? That is called subnetting. That is called, guys, subnetting. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Tell me, right? Nah? Agree? You can divide the big network into smaller one. That is because of subnetting. Getting my point? You have a two choice. Either you can do subnetting here, or either you can say your manager, hey boss, I don't know subnetting. You give me this network, please give me two more network. So I will provide 1 network to this, 1 network to this, 1 network to this. Did you see? Did you imagine your manager will continue with you? Your manager will fire with you. Right? Huh? Your manager will tell you, oh, you join the company and you don't know subnetting. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? So, because if your manager is giving you different subnet for different client, it means that will create the mess also. Because generally in a company, we are using 1 network. Either, for example, generally you see in the company, either that company is using the class A, class B, or class C. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? So that's the reason we can't ask your manager to please give me the different network. I will assign this network to the different. No, that is not the solution. So as a network administrator, your manager will provide you the big network and you have to perform the subnetting here. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Clear? Tell me, guys.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now, that is the first scenario. For example, here 192.168.10.25. For example, this is the network your manager give you. And for example, when you calculate the IP address, you will get 126 IP address here. How? We will discuss these things later. But right now, I'm just giving you the example. When you perform the subnetting, how many IP address you guys will get here? 126. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? Tell me, right? Now, for example, come to this client. How many users here? 60. How many users here? 60. If you assign 192.168.10.0/25, this network to this client, Is this possible? Yes, this is possible. You can assign the complete network to Cisco. There is no problem. But see, when you assign this network, how many IP address you guys will get here by the help of this network? 126. But what is
128.
the requirement? Only 60. What is the requirement, guys? Only 60. It means how many IP address you guys are wasting? Subtracting.
60,
Getting my point? Around.
66.
The IP address you guys are wasting. Yes or no? Agree, everyone? Right, na? So, what is the use of subnetting? I hope you guys understand. Generally, there are two use of subnetting. By the help of subnetting, we can divide the big network into a smaller one according to our requirement, and it makes our task very easy. Fine. Second thing, by the help of subnetting, we can avoid the wastage of IP address. Yes or no? Everyone, tell me. Clear? Tell me, guys. Yes or no? Agree, na? Okay. Now, before subnetting, again I'm telling, before subnetting, what was the problem? Try to understand. If you guys remember, in previous class, I told you something about the IP address. Do you guys remember? I told you about the IPv4 address. I told you generally IPv4 address are divided into different class. Yes or no? Right? And for every class, there is a range. Yes or no? For example, if you guys remember,
Yes,
I told you there is a class A, class B, class C, class D, and class E. There are different classes for IPv4. For class A, what is the range, guys? 0 to 127. For class B, what is the range? 128 to 191. For class C, what is the range, guys? 192 to 223. For class D, what is the range, guys? 224 to 239. Yes or no, everyone? And for class E, what is the range? 240 to 255. That is the range for class E. Now, that is the range. That is the range. Now, for every class, there is a by default subnet mask. What is, guys? Subnet mask. What is subnet mask? Don't worry, we will discuss later. Okay, but right now just understand one line. For every class, there will be a predefined subnet mask, or you can say by default subnet mask. So for class A, subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. For class B, 255.255.0.0. And for class C, 255.255.255.0. So that is the predefined, or you can say by default subnet mask. Clear, everyone? Yes or no? Agree? Now, for every class, there will be a predefined CIDR value also. For class A, that is /8. For class B, that is /16. And for class C, that is by default /24. Is this clear, everyone? That is the by default thing. Understand? Now, one more thing I just want to tell you. Generally, class A, generally this class A IP address we are using in the big company. In which company, guys? In big company. Why? Because in class A, when you perform the subnetting and when you calculate the number of IP address from class A, there will be around 16 million IP address. When you calculate, you guys will get around this one. This number of IP address we guys will get in from class A. So did you imagine in a small company we can use this one? No. If in a small company we are using this one, it means we are wasting the lots of IP address. Agree na, everyone? Yes or no? Right? Now, for class B generally we are using in the medium size company, because from class B, we guys will get the IP address around 65,534. And from class C, we get the 254 IP address. Getting my point? So now you can imagine class A where you can use, class B where you can use, and class C where you can use. Getting my point, everyone? I hope these things clear to all of you. Done? Now come to the class full address. See, before subnetting, we were using the class full. What was the problem in the class full address? Try to understand. For example, generally when we are assigning the IP, I am talking before the subnetting. Okay, at that time subnetting was not discovered. Okay, so at that time, how we are actually assigning the IP address? So at that time, we are assigning the IP address class full IP address. Class full means, for example, this is the router, and on this router we are assigning the IP address 10.0.0.1 and /8, because this This IP address belongs to which class, guys? Class A. And for class A, by default, CIDR value or subnet mask is /8. So that is called class full. That is called class full. Getting my point, everyone? Tell me, guys, yes or no? That is called class full. Now tell me, what is the problem here? For example, if you are assigning this network 10.0.0.1 and /8, it means you capture or you hold this number of IP address instantly. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? If you are assigning this network ID to any device, it means you just hold this number of IP address instantly. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? For example, if you have a device, here you guys are assigning one class B network, 172 something. Getting my point? For class B network, 172.16.0.1 and /16. It means instantly you capture or you hold how many IP address? 65,535. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Understand? So what is the problem here we guys are getting? So try to understand the problem. For example, tell me one thing. For example, if this is your company and in this company, the requirement is very less. For example, in your company, the requirement is only 300 IP address. Your company requires 300 IP address. You have three options. I am talking about the class full, guys. Either you can assign the IP from class A, class B, or class C. Yes or no? Everyone, tell me, guys, right? If you assign the IP address from class A, in class A, how many IP address? Guys, in class A, how many IP address? Around 16 million IP address. From class B, how many IP address? 65,000 IP address. And in class C, IP address is 254. Now, can you assign the IP address from class C? Can you assign the class C network? Answer is no. If you assign the class C network, your company requirement will not fulfill because your company require how many IP address? 300. But class C network provide you how many IP address maximum? 254. So class C you can't assign. So you have only two choice. Either you can go with class A or either you can go with class B. Now tell me, from which class you guys will go? Your answer will be, class sir, I will go with the class B. Yes or no? Everyone, tell
Class
me.
B 172.16. Start.
If we go with the class B, can you imagine total IP address we can get by
65,000.
class B is 65,000 and requirement is only 300. How many IP address you guys are wasting? Understand, na? Everyone, more than 64,000. Yes or no? Tell me, guys.
Yes.
Right, na? More than 64,000 IP address we are wasting here. Either we can go with the class B, and if you go with the class A, then can imagine how many IP address. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Tell me, right? Tell me, guys, yes or no? Right now, for example, if your company is telling no, I have requirement is 2,000 IP address. My requirement is how much, guys? 2,000 IP address. Again, you have a three option. Either you can go with the class A network, class B network, or class C network. See, class C we can't go. We have a option class A and class B. Definitely we go with the class B. In class B, how many IP address we will get? 65K. And my requirement is only 2,000. So around 63,500 IP address we will waste. Yes or no? Everyone. Agree, na? Guys, yes or no? Right? So I hope you guys understand what was the problem before the subnetting. Right? When subnetting was not discovered, at that time, what was the problem? Because before subnetting, we were using, guys, classful address. And in classful addressing, these are the problem. We are wasting lots of IP address. Getting my point? Understand? Tell me, yes or no? Right now? So if anyone asks you, tell me what was the problem with the classful address. Now, how can you answer? You can say, you see, in the classful IP address, there will be a fixed block size. There will be a fixed block size. It means we are wasting lots of IP address here. Right now, for example, if my requirement is only 2,000, is there any feasibility you can use any network that will only fulfill your 2,000 requirement and do not waste the multiple network? No, that is not possible with the help of classful. It means if you are using the classful, either you have only three options. Either you can use class A with /8, class B with /16, or class C with /24. There is no other option. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Agree? So that is the first problem. Second problem is, guys, flexibility. What is flexibility? flexibility. Flexibility means, for example, if you have a 3 different client and all the 3 clients have different requirement, you can't fulfill with the help of classful. Getting my point, everyone? And wastage of IP address, third thing, wastage of IP. We are wasting lots of IP address. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone, tell me. Clear? Now, so that was the problem before the subnetting. Now, after that, to solve this type of problem, we have a concept of CIDR. What is the concept, guys? CIDR. CIDR stands for guys, class inter domain routing. So CIDR stands for, guys, classless inter-domain routing. Fine. Now, how CIDR solving our problem? Now we need to understand how actually the CIDR solving our problem. The first thing you guys need to understand, CIDR provides us flexibility. CIDR provides us flexibility. Whenever we are allocating the IP address, CIDR provides us what, guys? Flexibility. And CIDR ignoring the class boundaries also, because previously when we are using the class full, we have a class boundary. Class boundary means if you are using the class A, you must need to use /8. If you are using the class B, you need to take /16. If you are using the class C, you need to use /24. That was the boundary. That was the limitation. But when CIDR was discovered, CIDR solved this problem. CIDR is telling you can use the flexibly, you can allocate the IP address flexibly, or you can allocate the IP address according to your requirement and ignore the CIDR boundaries, class boundaries. Getting my point? So that's the reason CIDR is telling, for example, if you need /22, you can use. If you use /23, do use it. If you need /27, you can use it. There is no problem. But is this possible during the class full? No, that was not possible. But CIDR is solving our problem. CIDR is telling, now I am providing you the flexibility. You can assign the IP address according to your requirement. If you want /22, you can use. If you want /23, you can use. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Understand? So basically, CIDR help us in efficient allocation. Yes or no? Right now, everyone? Efficient allocation. Because previously we cannot allocate the IP address efficiently, right? But now after the CIDR, we can assign the network, we can assign the IP address according to the exact requirement of the company, of the client. Now, next thing is CIDR help us to perform the subnetting also. Because here in classful, you cannot perform the subnetting because you have a limited choice. You cannot perform subnetting. But when CIDR was discovered, CIDR gives you the flexibility. You can assign the IP address exactly your requirement, as well as you can perform the subnetting also. Getting my point, everyone? I told you that time one example. For example, if this is your company, what was the requirement, guys? 2000 IP address your requirement, right? Everyone, yes or no? So that time what we assign? We assign the class B. So that time we waste how many IP address? Around 63K IP address. Yes or no? Everyone tell me, guys. Right now, at that time we were wasting 63K IP address. But after the CIDR, what I will do? I will assign /21. But previously we were assigning /16. So that's the reason we were wasting 63K IP address. But after CIDR, we can assign, guys, /21. And when you calculate the number of IP address in /21, you guys will get 2048. And your requirement is how much? 2000. That is fine. That is fine. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Tell me, guys. Right now, that was the problem, because previously we are using the /8, /16, /24. But now you can assign the IP address according to your exact requirement. If I am assigning the /21, in /21, maximum IP address we will get 2048. My requirement is 2000. That is fine. Some IP address should be extra. There is no problem. Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Understand? Tell me, guys. Yes or no? Clear? Anyone here who do not understand the CIDR? Clear? Okay. Now, my one question, actually, how we can identify CIDR in an IP address or in a network? For example, if I am writing one network ID 192.10.0/24, if I am writing 10.0.0.0/8, I am writing 172.16.5.0/22. If I write this type of network ID, how can you identify the CIDR value? Then please remember, CIDR value always written as an IP address followed by the slash. Followed by the slash. It means that is the network ID, that is the network ID, and this slash, this is called CIDR. This is called, guys, CIDR. So generally when you are seeing /24/8/26/30, it means that is nothing, that is CIDR. Getting my point, everyone? I hope this is clear to all of you. That is the first point you need to understand about the CIDR. Second, the very important point about the CIDR, CIDR represent the number of network bit in an IP address or network ID. What is the meaning of this? Okay. Before understand this, you need to understand one thing. This is the IP address. What is the total size of IP address? Who can tell me? I already told you guys 32-bit.
32-bit.
Please remember one thing. IP address is made up of two things. First one is called network ID or network portion. And second one is, guys,
Host ID, host portion.
or you can understand host portion. Getting my point? That is the basic thing. IP address is made up of two things. Fine. Now, CIDR value represent the number of network bit in an IP address. Please remember this line. It means, for example, if I write here this line, so this is the network ID. Yes or no? Right now, everyone. This is the network ID. And total size of this network ID is how much? 32-bit. Agree? Everyone. Yes or no? Right? Now, what is this? This is the CIDR. And CIDR tells us about the network bit or host bit. Network bit. Are you telling me yes or no? Right? Nah? So in this network, 24-bit is called network bit. Now, how much is host bit? 32 minus 24. How much? 8-bit. 8-bit is called host bit. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone, tell me. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So please remember, CIDR value always tells us number of network bit. Fine. And if you know the CIDR value, you can easily find out the number of host bit by subtracting the CIDR value from 32, because total size of the IP address is how much? 32-bit. Clear na? Everyone? Yes or no? Clear? Now, second thing. How to calculate the number of usable IP address by using CIDR. Try to understand what I am trying to say. I am trying to say, for example, I am giving you one network ID 10.0.0.0/8. I'm just giving you an example. And I am asking you, hey, I am giving you this network. Could you please tell me how many IP address we can get here? Usable IP address. It means when we perform the subnetting here, how many IP address we will get to assign to any device? Getting my point? What I'm trying to say, guys? Everyone, yes or no? Understand? So my question is, by the help of CIDR, how can we calculate the number of usable IP address? Getting my point? Everyone, yes or no? Okay. So for this, you need to follow 3 steps. What, guys? You need to follow 3 steps. Step number 1. In step number 1, what you need to do, you need to calculate the host bit. And I hope now everyone is know how to calculate the host bit, right? Everyone. For example, if you got the CIDR value 16, so how many host bit? That is the network ID, right? That is the network bit. Yes or no? Right? So host bit is 32 minus 16. That is. Tell me guys, yes or no? Agree, na? Right? Okay. So in step number 1, you need to calculate the host bit. How can you calculate the host bit, guys? What is the formula? Host bit is equal to 32 minus given CIDR. Given CIDR. That is the step number 1. Now come to the step number 2. In step number 2, what you need to do? Calculate total IP address. What you need to calculate, guys? You need to calculate the total number of IP address. What is the formula? To the power host bit. Host bit means this value which you get here. You need to put this value here. Getting my point? So you need to calculate the total number of IP address. That is the step number 2. In step number 3, what was the question? You need to calculate the which IP? Usable IP. Here we calculate the total IP. Getting my point? Generally, whatever the IP address we will get, there are 2 IP address that we cannot assign to any device. First one is network ID and second one is called broadcast ID. Getting my point, everyone? So third, in step number 3, you need to calculate the usable IP. How you can calculate? Same formula, to the power host bit. And I told you how many IP address we cannot assign to any device. Only 2 IP. First one is called network ID. Second one is called broadcast ID. Are you getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Right, na? Okay. So you need to subtract -2 here. Fine. So that is the 3 steps we need to follow to calculate the number of usable IP address. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone, tell me, guys. Yes or no? Clear? Okay.
Yes.
Now I am giving you 2-3 examples. For example, take one example from class A. I am writing one network ID 10.0.0.0/24. So first of all, in step number 1, what is the CIDR value given here, guys? CIDR value is /24. It means 24 bit is which bit? Network bit here.
Network bit.
Fine, fine. Now you need to calculate the host bit in step number 1. How can you calculate? 32 minus
24.
given CIDR. What is given CIDR? 24. So when you can subtract 32 minus 24, value will be 8. So that is what? That is the host bit. Now, in step number 2, you need to calculate the total IP. How can you calculate? To the power h. So 2, what is the value of h? H is equal to 8, na? Yes or no? So 2 the power 8. How much value? 256. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? Right, na? Now, usable IP. How can you calculate? 2 the power 8 minus 2. That is 256 minus 2. That is what, guys? 254. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone, tell me, guys. Yes or no? Right? Tell me. Guys, clear? Okay. One more example from class B. For example, if we have a IP address 172.16.0.0/24. How can you calculate? First thing, what is the CIDR? 24. That is the 24 network bit. Yes, na everyone? Yes or no? That is the network bit. How can you calculate the host bit, guys? Host bit is equal to 32 minus 24. That is 8 bit. Yes or no? Guys, tell me yes or no, right? Okay. Total IP will be 2 the power 8. That is 256. And usable IP will be, guys, 2 the power 8 minus 2. That is 256 minus 2. That is called 254. Tell me, guys, yes or no? Agree? Tell me, guys. Tell me, understand? For example, one more example.
Yes, sir.
172.16.0.0/22. So what is the CIDR here? 22. CIDR is 22. So how can you calculate the host bit? 32 minus 22. How much? 10, na? Yes or no? It means H is equal to 10. Now, total IP will be, guys, to the power 10. So 2 the power 10 means how much value? I think 1024. Yes or no? Yes. Now, how can you calculate the usable IP? 1024 minus 2. That is 1022. That is the usable IP address. Is this clear to all of you guys? Yes or no? Tell me. Right now? Why you guys are so silent? Clear now?
Yes,
Understand?
sir, clear. Yep.
So we take class A example, class B example. If you want, I can take class C example also. See, for example, 192.168.0.0/25. So CIDR is guys 25. Host means 32 minus 25. How much? Who can tell me? I think 7. Right? So H is equal to 7. So total IP will be guys 2 the power 7. 2 the power 7 is equal to how much? 128. So usable IP will be guys 128 minus 2, right? Na? Arre 2 the power 7 minus 2. So 128 minus 2, that is guys 6. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone, tell me. Right? Na? So that is all about the CIDR. I hope everyone now understands the CIDR. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone. Tell me guys. Yes or no?
Yes, yes, sir. Yep.
Whatever the things right now we are discussing, these are the component of subnetting. Okay. Because whenever we perform the subnetting, these things will help you. Okay. Because these things will come. So right now I'm just explaining you the component. So at the time of subnetting, you guys will understand very easily. Fine. So next thing is guys, subnet mask. First thing about the subnet mask, the size of subnet mask is, please remember, 32-bit. How much size of subnet mask is guys? 32-bit. Fine. Now, again, what is the use of subnet mask? Subnet mask just divide the IP into two parts. Into two parts. I already told you IP address is divided into how many parts, guys? Two portion. First one is network portion and second one is host portion. Yes or no? Agree, na? Everyone. So again, I'm telling subnet mask, total size of subnet mask is 32-bit, and the main use of subnet mask is to divide the IP address into two portions. First one is the network portion and second one is host portion. Clear, everyone? Network portion tells us about the network bit. Which bit, guys? Network bit. And host portion tells us about the host bit. Is this clear to everyone? Yes or no? Clear now? Guys, yes or no? Right? Now, whenever you see the subnet mask, generally we are writing the subnet mask in the binary. And I hope everyone is aware about how to write in the binary. This is the basic thing. If you don't know, you guys can watch some videos. You guys will understand how actually we write the value in the binary. In binary, generally we are using only two things, either 1 and either 0. Yes, na?
0.
Everyone. Right, na? In subnet mask, you guys will see only two things, either 1 or either 0. Fine. So please remember, 1 represent network bit. 1 represent what? Network bit. And 0 represent what? Host bit.
Host bit.
Clear na? Everyone. Now, for example, I am writing one subnet mask 255.255.255.0. This is the subnet mask. How can you write this in the binary? In an IP address, I already told you IP address is divided into octet. Do you guys remember? Right now? So how many octets are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 octets are
4
there.
octets.
In one octet, the value is maximum 8-bit. Yes or no? So 255. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here, 255. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the way we can write this in binary. Yes or no? Agree na everyone? Yes or no? Tell me guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these three part tells us about the network bit. And this part tells us about guys host bit. Is this clear now everyone? I hope now you guys understand how can we calculate how we find the network part and host part. Is this clear everyone? Tell me guys. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, main important thing, how can we calculate the subnet mask from CIDR. Again, I am telling, what is the question, guys? How can we calculate the subnet mask from CIDR? Getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Clear na? Tell me, guys. Yes or no? Clear na? Okay. See, I am giving you 1-2 example. I hope it will help you, okay, to understand. For example, I am writing the basic example /24. That is the CIDR. Here I am writing the CIDR. Okay. What is the subnet mask? How can you write the subnet mask here? Getting my point? So CIDR means, guys, what? CIDR tells us about the network bit or host bit. CIDR tells us about the network bit or host bit. Network bit?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Now I told you, whenever you write in the binary, one is called a network or host.
Network.
Network.
One represent network and 0 represent
Host.
fine. Very good. Now here I write the /24. It means 24-bit is the network bit. Yes or no? Agree na everyone? 24-bit is in the network bit. So how can you write? 24, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fine. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fine. See na 24 is completed na? 8, 8, 8. 24 completed? Yes or no? Tell me, guys. Right na? Now, total size of subnet mask is, guys, 32-bit. How many bit remaining? 8-bit is remaining, right? And 8-bit is called host bit or network bit? Host bit. Because 24-bit is already reserved for the network here, according to the CIDR. And tell me, guys, yes or no? Agree, na? Total size of subnet mask is how much? 32-bit? Agree? Tell me, right? What is the given CIDR? 24-bit? Then how you calculate the host? 32 minus 24, how much? 8-bit na? Yes or no? So see na, 8, 16, 24. These are network bit. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is called host. This is called host. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone? Tell me, guys. Yes or no? Fine. Now, I hope you guys know something about the binary. Okay. I am just telling you for your exam information only. How we are converting in the binary, guys? To the power 0, to the power 1, to the power 2, to the power 3, to the power 4, to the power 5, to the power 6, and to the power 7. Complete na 8-bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done? Everyone? Yes or no? To the power 0. What is the value?
Yes.
1. To the power 1. 2.
1.
8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Are you done now, everyone? Yes or no? Done? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, come here. All bit are 1. Yes or no? Right, na? All bit are 1. Fine. 1 means what? 1 means I told you 1 represent what? Network bit. And 0
Network bit.
represent what? Host bit. Fine.
Host bit.
Understand? So how you calculate the value? It means all value is 1. It means you need to calculate the all bit. You need to calculate the value of all bit. So see na, calculate it. 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. Total value you guys will get how much?
255.
255. So its value is 255. Similarly, this value is 255. Similarly, this value is 255. This is complete 0. It means we do not need to add anything. It means overall value will be 0. So for /24, this will be the subnet mask. This will be the subnet mask. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone, tell me, guys, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, I am giving you one more example. For example, I am giving you CIDR /27. First of all, write this in the binary. 27 means, guys, 27-bit is the network bit. Yes or no? Right now? So write 27-bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Full. 8, 8, 16. Tell me right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Full. Tell me. 1, 2, 3. And rest are
Yes, sir.
0. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone, tell me.
Yes.
Slash 24. Sorry, slash 27. Tell me, guys, is this clear to all of you?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. Now, what is the value? If this is I write this value in the binary. This is the complete full. It means 255, 255, 255. Yes or no? Tell me, guys.
Yes.
Right? Na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, how many bits?
224.
3. Are you tell me 3 na? 1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir.
And rest are
0.
0. It means you have to add how many bit? 128,
3 bit.
64, and 32.
32.
How much value?
224.
So that will be the subnet mask for slash 27. Are you clear now, everyone? Yes or no? Understand?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Basically, guys, this is the way how we calculate the subnet mask from the CIDR. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone, tell me, guys. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sorry.
So these are the component of subnetting. These are the component of subnetting, because whenever we are doing the subnetting, these are the component will help you to understand the subnetting very well. Getting my point? And I hope you guys understand very easily all the component. Fine, everyone.